So we got married, and I had 6 days off before I shipped out.
Wow.
Gone 13 months, and I always said, well, we had a good first year, woman. We never had an argument. I never had nothing.
Yeah, that's probably a record,
Yeah.
Dick.
Never seen each other, but oh, it was.
Here we go.
Annette?
Ready to rock and roll for number 37. 37. And
I pushed the wrong button.
that's okay. People were clamoring
They
for,
sure were.
well, no, maybe one person said
Sally.
they were, well,
Good
she
old
said
Sally.
that she was blown away by our singing. We don't know exactly what she meant by that.
That
It
might not
have
be a
been-
good thing, yeah.
Might have been blown away like,
Whoa.
how could you do that on a podcast? Why did you think that was good? What went through your heads to try that?
And why would you do it with your son who can't sing?
Yeah.
Because you can sing fine. It's
Well,
the second part over here.
no, you sounded great, and I mean that.
Did I?
And that's I don't have
needed
rose-colored
that.
glasses.
I needed that.
I don't. I see things crystal
We'll find out
clear.
what I sound like this week.
Yeah. Well, this one's going to be a little tougher.
This is tough.
Following in the steps of the crooner, Bing Crosby.
Oh, the crooner. Is that what they called him?
I don't know, called singers crooners. Like a,
Okay.
I don't know what that means. I know that's what they called him, though.
Well, are you ready?
Yeah, let's give it a
see if-
shot.
All right. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow.
Go ahead and try it.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, with every Christmas card I write.
Just like Bing did it, yeah. Here we go together.
May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. That went better than I thought it was going to for myself.
That was off the cuff. I mean,
That was more off the cuff than we've
yeah. But you know what? I mean,
Sure
that's
was.
kind of what we are. We're off the cuff.
We sure are. Have yourself. You did that one last week. Sorry.
Yeah.
They already heard
Yeah.
that. I don't want to hear that again.
No.
Who sings that song, Hudson? Not you. All right. Well, Dick Royston
So we're getting, this is our 37th.
sure is.
37th episode. And we're heading on to the Christmas time, New Year's. Glad you're with us. And coming up on our podcast, the 37th edition, we have, you were going to say it?
Dick Royston, mayor of Mazo, ex-mayor.
You never lose that title, though.
No.
Just like president,
Yeah.
Still mayor. Mayor
Former
of Mazo.
mayor of Mazo.
Yep.
Yeah, his son, Jameson, will be here again.
Grandson, Jameson.
Son. Yeah, it's not his son.
No.
It's his grandson. Sorry, Jameson. It's part 2 with them. And then we've got Mazo site-wise and what's happening. Wait,
Mazo
Wisconsinites
was-
Weekly.
Yeah. And
Now, anyway, I'm all out of sorts after singing. I just can't get off. I'm up here.
You're on cloud 9,
Yeah.
and it's hard to come back down. Hey, it's just is.
I've been messing up a lot lately. In our numbers segment, I had to ask for help because I couldn't say what was.
I watched that about
I just
5
thought, you know
times.
what? I need help.
Yeah.
I can't speak. So anyway, yeah, then Drew will be here. John will be here. Joe will be here for who knows what.
Yeah.
Maybe something Christmas oriented.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe something state-wise or fun facts.
This
So
day in history. Yeah.
let's just skip and a jump right into it.
Hey, this is Bill DeWeese, pro voiceover talent and voiceover career coach. And this is the original Father-Son Voiceover Podcast.
A lot of people.
Oh wow, that's a beautiful.
What a lot of people do is they talk about they love the off the cuffness. But there's other people that want us to be more professional. So I'm going to blend it. Hi, I'm Todd, and this is the original Father-Son Voiceover Podcast. I'm episode 37. Hudson is here, right there. Big John is at the table, headphones on, making sure things are sounding perfectly. Joe,
You're not leaning over the mic.
over at the
Information desk.
This is
desk.
John.
Yeah, I know. Information desk. Dookie Meister, Drew is here. He's going to be coming up just a little bit later on in the show.
Yep.
And he's going to be bringing just a sneak peek. Drew, what are you going to be doing?
I'm gonna do another This Day in History, December 16th.
History,
Wow.
mystery.
See, here's the thing about this days in history. Write some of these down. And then when you go to holiday parties and work parties and things, you could sound really
Bring it
smart.
out. You'll be the life of the party.
You will. We're having a little problem with our computer.
Technical difficulties.
And you probably do too sometimes. I know I have computer problems. We all do.
We all do.
And
Sometimes your
so
computer
we're just going to be
problems really
looking
aren't
at these
computer problems.
beautiful
user
sceneries,
Landscapes.
here until it boots up properly. So anyway,
Yeah, they are beautiful.
Sometimes your computer problems aren't computer problems. They're
operator
error.
I understand that.
But it gets blamed on the computer.
Yep. I have a lot of
Which is
computer
not fair to the
problems.
computer.
computer's
Lots
a
of
scapegoat.
computer problems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And on today's show,
Yep.
as we've said, we have This Day in History, December 16th. We have Mazomanie Site-Wise. We have Wisconsin Heights Weekly. And we have the second part of Tell It. Here's Brando.
Dick Royston, mayor, Mazo, former mayor, and his
Dick
grandson, Jameson. Part 2. So you watched part 1 last week. Now this is part
If you
2
haven't, it's right back there in the YouTube or Facebook page.
on the YouTubes.
Yep. People should like and subscribe. And
Thank you to our new subscribers.
yeah,
We don't
right.
really know who they are, but our
We've
numbers
had
are
like
going
10,
up, so that's
10 in
awesome.
the last 2 weeks.
Wow.
Yep.
If you're new to this, welcome.
Just try to
Wow.
stop us.
And I just wanted to say thank you to the 1855 Coffee House. They now have swag.
Oh wow.
It's got coffee in it, so be careful. I'm drinking 1855 Coffee House coffee.
I'm just going to show you the.
And thanks to Michelle, who is the owner, she doesn't get mad at me when I just order plain coffee. Because you go to those places and they have specialty drinks. Like, what do you get, Johnny?
Caramel macchiato.
And what do you get?
Vanilla latte.
Yeah, and that's still kind of, that's not like,
It's not
sometimes
as
I hear
special,
them.
yeah.
Sometimes I hear them say things, and it's a whole different language.
Yeah.
Coffee language, yeah.
Coffee language,
I almost feel like they're making stuff up.
and they say like 5 different things, and I say, "Can I just get a large coffee?" And so I appreciate it, Michelle. And so here it is, 1855 Coffee House. They've got these. They've got some
T-shirts.
new T-shirts.
We should have taken a picture of that.
That's okay.
That was
We'll get maybe we'll buy
bad
one of
me.
those
Me
T-shirts
bad.
and put it up. Put
Me
it
bad.
on here.
Me bad.
There you go.
They're looking right now. It's a unisex one, but
Men
they're-
and women.
Yeah, but Scott Johannick, partner, is looking into getting a more
Manly.
masculine
Yeah.
kind.
They're nice. What would you say? Are they kind of? They're kind of vanilla color. They're
Kind of this
cream,
color,
like
yeah,
a cream.
that color kind of.
Okay.
Like a coffee
They're
creamer
very
color?
discreet and
Yeah, they're
tastefully
very
done,
nice. Yeah,
tastefully
they
done.
are.
Like these cups.
They're
Like these
very
mugs.
nice.
That is
I don't know
nice.
what they'll. Yeah, I don't know what they'll do.
Is that like
Yeah.
porcelain
Oh yeah,
or
yeah. It's
whatever that
keeping my
is?
coffee
Oh, I thought it
really
was,
hot, piping hot.
I thought
That's
it
one
was
of those
those
which I
tin
like.
ones.
It
Tin
almost
cup.
looks like a yeah.
I
like
thought
one of
it was
those
those
coffee.
tin ones.
They're coffee camping ones. That
No, I don't want one of those
or
because then I
old-style
can't heat it
camp.
up in the microwave. I like
Oh
mine.
yeah.
Blow your. You ever put something in the microwave you're not supposed to have in there, and there's like blue?
Yeah,
Lightning.
forks or
It looks like lightning in there.
Reynolds
That's
wrap.
scary.
Yep.
Done that before.
I don't know if I've ever done that before. I'm not as dangerous.
People used to put plastic like containers. Marcus used to put his. He'd have pasta during school. He'd put it in there and warm it up with the plastic, and I always thought that cancer. The plastic, but I don't know
Doing fine.
We don't know.
what happened to our TV.
Don't know.
We're hurting today. We're down bad. See if it
It
must have
just-
just turned off. Oh, maybe it just went to sleep. Anyway,
All right.
this is where we will not be here.
Do any advertisements here?
We'll go to HDMI, and then we'll have no signal for now.
Signal.
Sorry for that
Damon can just superimpose our
logo there.
Logo right
yeah,
there.
thanks,
Boom.
Demond. Anyway, let's go to Mazo Mania Sitewise first this time.
Ooh,
Okay.
switching it up.
So Wednesday, we had a snowstorm of sorts. We didn't get a huge amount, but it was really heavy, wet snow. And
3-4 inches
How,
probably.
how heavy and wet would you say it was? You said it was really, so I just wanted to
I don't
get
know, but
What's the definition of really?
I don't know, but like we talked about when we were shoveling our driveway.
Uh-huh.
Our driveway is really nice with a nice basketball court on it, and that's great for the summertime. But boy, we have a lot to shovel in the winter.
That's very
And
true.
that took us a while to shovel. I think we took a couple breaks, not because we were necessarily really tired,
Just in
but
between
because-
work.
Huh?
In between work.
Just because it was heavier snow but anyway, along Reeve Road that we live on, there was a tree that fell down on our neighbor's property and on their
Kevin and Rosie Steiner.
Yep.
Right over their fence.
right over on their fence and broke the fence there. And then there were 2 trees that were looking like they were actually making some cracking noises or whatever as the snow was on it. That's how heavy it was.
They're talking about falling.
Well, they're talking about falling.
And before you do that, Mom took a
Yep,
video
Mom-
of the snow, how heavy it looked,
Yep.
and
Kind of saying,
the tree
I
that
don't think I
had
can
fallen
hold on
down.
much longer
Yep.
here, Rick.
Yep. So
And Rick said,
we had that going
"Don't
on.
you let go."
And then we got some. Yesterday was it when we got the lighter, fluffier stuff?
Yeah.
Because it's
Real
colder
fine
out.
snow. Mm-hmm.
But that was kind of a big to do around our block. The tree falling down. As you can tell, that we have a lot going on
Yeah.
around us.
What was that commercial that?
we
was
had
it-
enough time to watch the trees fall.
What commercial
Yeah.
was that? Does a tree make a noise when it falls in the wild because nobody is out there to hear it?
I don't know. I don't know if that's a
What's
commercial.
the
but that's
commercial?
That's
What's
a
the difference
statement.
between a wild tree and a
Oh,
domesticated tree?
true.
I don't know.
Do you have to have trimmed the tree
Yeah.
to have it be domesticated?
Yeah.
You mean like you're doing like a
It's out in the
bonsai
wild.
tree?
It's a feral
Where
tree.
you like bend the things and make it your own deal or what?
Trim it?
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Did we play that video?
I just had Damon play it.
Okay,
right here,
because
please.
when we were filming that, then Mom and I were walking past your house on Reeve Road, took a right on Emily, heading west,
Past
BJ's.
BJ's.
Yeah, Willie's. And we heard another big crack, and it sounded like a tree was going to go down. And we were walking down the middle of the road, and Mom said, we need to keep an eye out for trees as we walk, that they don't fall on us.
Yeah, that was smart.
So I thought about that for about a second, and then I said,
how far away from the trees
it
were you?
It would have had to have been a California redwood.
Did you say you took a right
Well,
and started
there
walking
would have
through
had
the
to been,
forest?
There would have had to been a massive wind. Because you're what, 20 feet away from those?
Oh,
More than that. Okay.
yeah.
Or were you on the opposite side of the road?
Would the wind have carried the tree?
That's what I'm saying. Why are you trying to? Mom's the one who said it. It wasn't me.
Well, but you just said that the wind would carry the tree.
I'm saying that there would have
He's trying
had
to
to have been a
think what's her
huge
logic.
wind for them for a
Right.
branch to cut.
Right.
It would have been gale force winds.
I think her point was as we continued to walk, we walk down through the park, we walk in other places where there might be trees,
Why'd you have
and
to
so we
bring
just
Gail
need to
into
keep
this?
an ear out
I
for
don't know.
that, because that's something to think about.
So every time and you had you're getting a little wild there with your coffee. There's not that much coffee in there. Somehow you spilled some of it. I don't know how that
Dad
happened.
doesn't have
We're all
caffeine
good.
Dad was
on.
excited
All
about
cleaned up.
that.
Yeah. Wow. That
Happens
just
to all
changed
of us.
like
He
positions.
wanted to see how well the mug kept coffee in it.
Johnny wants to keep us on
Yeah.
track here because we got that surprise if we ever get our computer going.
It'll be probably before Drew's.
Yeah. It'll probably just be.
Sorry,
That's no problem.
in your face
I'm very easygoing.
So this comes out on the 21st, this episode.
on
That's
Wednesday.
correct.
And
Yep.
we've been charged by Dad to try to get some events that are happening in Mazo. Because we've had it that we're doing it like in the past.
Yeah, we're always
announcing
talking
something
about
in the past.
history. That's
well,
what we're
but
always
that's
talking about.
site-wise, and I took my rebuke last week. You guys rebuked me.
Yep.
And I just thought to myself, well, what can I add to the podcast? So I look ahead.
Yeah, that's
You
right.
guys can look back.
We're looking into the future here.
So
take it
anyway,
as a rebuke. I think
I
it's
looked
more
to
of a
the
redirect
future, but I
offense.
looked to tonight as this podcast goes out.
Monday.
Oh, Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Monday.
The, what is it? What is it?
The
December
21st.
21st. Thank you, John.
The
for being
winter
so right.
solstice. First day of winter.
Shortest day of the year.
And boy, are
There
we going to get in
is
the
a
winter.
bonfire
No,
on
there's
Wolf
not.
Run Trail. Not on. I think it's
Right
by
in the
that
middle of the
little
trail.
That's too bad. I was going to walk it that night.
Huh?
Did you say bonfire?
bonfire.
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 B-O-N.
Bonfire.
That's what I said,
B-O-n, right?
bonfire.
Oh, it sounded like Bond.
James,
Oh, no.
it's
I
a
mean,
James
it might
Bond
be a
fire.
bonding
No, I know it's not
opportunity,
that.
a bond.
But Drew's
bonfire.
part of Bonds,
Bonds.
so if he's
Bonds,
there, it might be
yeah.
a bond fire.
But there's
bond.
as you when you park there.
That's what I've been doing
at-
recently. I've been on fire. I've been a bond underwriter on fire.
Burn those
You
bonds.
park there on what was the name of that road that goes? That's right along. Is it
KP?
Crescent? No, it's not Crescent.
Yeah,
Oh,
it is
the
Crescent.
one down
You
on the
can
other
park
side.
there.
So
You go
it's
up that-
past. So it's past the post office and the village offices. That's Crescent, and keep going across.
till you
Kramer
run out of
Street.
real estate,
Yep.
basically. You can park there, and then I believe it's just you go up the hill, you go across the train tracks, and then you go across the bridge that goes across Maze or the Black Earth Creek, and I believe it's right there. It's going to be that bonfire.
They'll be able to see it.
Yep.
Oh, so it's just across the bridge.
Bridge, yeah,
That's
not-
nice.
yep.
That's,
On the
that's a
bridge.
bigger area.
So that's on the 21st, and it goes from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. So if you want to attend,
I'm glad that they
I
have
think
a-
it's going to be pretty cold, so you're going to have to want to bundle up or get close to the fire. One of the two.
I'm glad that they had a time frame because sometimes those things
Yeah.
they'll just say
Well,
7 to
that's-
question mark.
it's
What are
and
they going
that's
to do
just-
around the bonfire? Just talk, or are they going to have like
I think they have.
singing maybe?
I don't
and
know. They
stuff
have
like
hot
that?
chocolate, I think,
Oh, nice.
and things like that. I think.
Yeah.
So they have some stuff that you can keep you warm internally, I guess. So that's going on tonight. Then there is the Battle of the Bulbs currently going on. So that, this is
yeah,
between
yeah.
Black Earth and Mazo, and there are 13
Houses?
houses
Not to be confused with
each.
two.
Yeah, sorry, 13 houses in each village that are going at it.
Oh, I
So
see.
they-
I
they-
see
they
what
battling
I see
it
what
out.
you were doing there. You
Wait.
were doing
Oh,
the two,
yeah,
the
two.
two
Black Earth and Mazo.
Black Earth and
Yeah.
Mazo.
Can I ask you a quick
Thank you.
question?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Parenthetical.
Yep.
How do you say Houses? Hudson.
Houses.
How do you say it?
Houses.
How do you say
I
it?
say houses.
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 That's
Houses.
how old Norwegian people say it. That's what my
Houses?
grandpa said.
Oh, it's the houses.
Houses. Houses.
Oh, you bet.
You say houses.
Houses.
I also heard you
I
say
say
the other
houses.
day crick.
Oh,
Oh.
Creek.
Oh, let's go down to the crick and do a little skating.
That's a great name.
Creek, crick,
Crick.
I
houses,
don't think.
houses.
Yeah. I don't know if I.
Anyway, I
I
just-
change words up. I think sometimes.
You talk like a neighbor of ours,
Huh.
Yeah.
Chuck.
Oh
Chuck
boy.
Gamble.
Yep,
Chuck Amble.
I like his accent.
I do too.
Okay, so 13. They're going at it. You can go on the Chamber of Commerce website, Mazo
So do
Chamber.
people have to
Will they
sign
get a
up
hold of
to-
you,
I
though,
believe
if you
so.
email
Probably.
them?
Huh?
Will they get a hold of you if you email them?
What? The Chamber of Commerce?
Yeah.
I don't
No,
know.
you're going ahead of me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So, Damon, you can put the URL to the
Boom.
Chamber of Commerce.
What is that? Are you going to say it?
I don't know.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
I know that it's Chamber of Commerce of Mazomania or something like
Mazomania
that,
Chamber of
.com,
Commerce
.org or something like that. Anyway,
.org.
Thanks.
so
.gov.
you
I'll
can
look it up.
you can go and vote on the website. You don't have to email them.
Oh, for Battle of the Bulbs. Yep.
Battle of the Bulbs. The town or the houses have already been picked out. They're already showing their lights and all that kind of stuff. So you can go around. It has a map there as to where those houses are, and then you can come back and you can vote on one, on which one you think is the best. You can only vote once. I don't know how they.
Per day or total?
I don't know how they do that. I thought it just was once.
an
but I
honor
mean,
system.
It's
You
an
know-
honor. You have till did I say you have till January 2nd to vote?
I don't think
I mean,
so.
that's
Okay?
when you're putting the
January
two up.
2nd to vote for the Battle of the Bulbs. I don't know what the take-home prize is.
Do you have
for
to
winning it.
be? Do you have to
Pride.
be a citizen of
I don't
Mazo
know.
or Black Earth?
They've already
I don't
picked
know.
out
Because
13 of them. So
We have
some listeners.
we have some
other
listeners that are
places.
not.
I don't think
citizens.
it
maybe they can
necessarily
get
matters.
on.
But are there pictures of them on the
No,
what-
no,
that's-
but I mean, somebody could really game the system if
Yep.
they wanted to outside of, because we have such a big audience outside of Mazo that they Mazo and Black
Maybe
Earth
we
they
could
could
be
possibly-
inflated.
maybe we
numbers.
could take
we
pictures.
might mess
of
it
them.
up here.
So I was thinking
We could take pictures
on,
of them
on
and
that.
put that on.
It's a good thing that house in Marco Island isn't part of
Oh,
because they would
they would
win
win every
every
year.
year. And,
Yeah.
and I'll actually show a video. Well, Damon will use that video as a commercial, so
But
you'll be able to see it.
Just it's Mazo Chamber,
Of commerce.
just mazochamber.com.
Oh, okay.
But the thing is this it isn't really fair because we need to find out what Black Earth's is because we have such a huge. It's almost like it's almost like
we have to ask ourselves, who do we want to win?
I understand that, but it's almost like radio stations when you invite political season, when you invite a Democratic candidate, potential candidate, you have to do fair. You have to at least offer
No.
the option for the Republican or vice versa. So we should make sure we say that we're fair.
Yep.
Well, because, like Jamie Lucy, he lives in Black Earth, and a lot of our friends and relatives live over there. So we want to be fair.
And he might be part of Battle of the Bulbs.
But I don't want to take too much time, but here's something to think about. Is there anybody that's tracked this? How many years has this gone on? Conspiracy theorists might look at it and you wonder, like, out of, let's say they've done it for 10 years, has 5 Black Earth and 5 Mazo won it? Or has
I hope
8
not.
Black Earth and 2?
Well, and do they
You know
do
what I
it?
mean by that?
Do the same people do it every year?
My question is,
And if they
which
won
is
last year,
possible?
how did they get beat this year?
Is the voting fair, I
Yes.
want to say, because who do we know? Who makes the determination?
I think
probably
it's
can get in front
the
of the
Chamber of
people.
Commerce
people vote. No, we.
I bet Dick
Didn't you say
Royston
we
would
vote?
know.
People can
Oh,
vote
yeah.
one time.
That's
so that's
true. Yeah, we
so
vote.
it's a. But my question is, why does one town or the other get the majority? Because one's going to have
Nobody
7.
does. They each get
Yeah.
13.
So there's a half a house in Mazo and Black Earth.
13 each.
13
Oh,
houses
13 each. I thought it was 13
No.
altogether. You said
No, each.
Well,
no,
okay.
no, no.
To me, there's
13
no
and
excuse for
13.
us
They're,
losing.
they're keeping things.
No, I was just making sure that it was even because I
It
thought,
is.
well, if
Yep.
Black
I counted
Earth
the
or
houses.
Mazo has 7, the other one only has 6. So
No,
then one
that-
has a leg up on the other.
I don't think they let an uneven number of
sure.
people get in. So
Okay.
they want to keep it fair and balanced.
There's no reason that Mazo should ever lose because we've got more voting power, we've got more population.
citizens.
True.
Populous.
If everybody voted,
have,
yeah.
we may not have more citizens that are interested though in voting.
Yeah.
I
So-
mean, are people honest? You know, is,
Well, and that's what I'm saying. Who's counting it? Where are these votes going to? Who's doing the? Where's the ballot boxes?
I feel like
No,
Are
it's
there- is
on the
anybody
website.
stuffing?
Is this mail?
Okay,
are
I
there
get
mail-in
that.
ballots?
I get that, but that's what I'm saying. Is there any conspiracy theory
Yeah,
out
no.
there that Black Earth does it? We just happened. We've done it 10 years. Oh, we both. Somebody from Mazo has won it 5 years. Somebody from Black Earth has won it 5 years.
Just
Is
to
it that
make
kind of a
people
thing?
happy.
Participatory?
I hope not.
Or is it real?
I'd like to see it.
How
being
much more do
fair.
we have? Because
Two more
we
things.
got okay. We
So,
gotta stay on track
yeah,
here.
it's- yep.
It's not your fault.
Nope.
It's our fault.
Okay, so then if you're looking, we got 2 options. They're gonna sound kind of the same, but these are both coming from the Chamber of Commerce again. But if you're looking for a last minute holiday, Christmas or whatever you are celebrating, I guess you're looking for a gift. you can shop local and get Mazo bucks.
Oh.
And what you can do is you can only purchase these at the People's Community Bank, just down the road from us. And there's a list on their Facebook page of all the participating places that will take those Mazo bucks. So if you want to do that, you can shop local that way. Or there are a fair amount of businesses, and you can find this on the Chamber of Commerce's Facebook as well, that are giving good discounts, are getting like buy one, get one, or a free ice cream cone, or things like that, that you can get gifts like that, and not the ice cream cone, but you can give like you can buy somebody some sort of like the place that I go down here. There's I go to a sauna place here. What is it?
It's like a massage therapist.
therapist.
Yep. Stuff like that.
They're giving like buy two, get one free. It took
Nice.
a long time to get that out.
Okay.
So anyway,
we stuck with you.
yep, thank you.
We're here to help.
So there's things like
I had
that.
no
You can
choice,
buy
but-
two, get one
Yeah,
free,
buy locally.
or buy local.
What do you
So
get,
you get-
with the bucks, with the Mazo bucks?
If you pay, I think it's if you pay $20 to the community or to the People's Community Bank, they give you $20 of Mazo bucks, and then they can be used at any place. Like if you wanted to go buy a cup of coffee at 1855, you can do that. But if you then wanted to go up to the get a haircut or something like that, you can if your haircut's under
many
$20,
options.
you can do that.
I wonder if now when it translates, is the Mazo dollar stronger than
Black
the
Earth?
U.S.
Oh,
dollar?
never mind.
I think it
Because
is.
I
'cause
might
you're buying local.
invest most of my
true.
money in
Can you
the
put that
Mazo
into a
bucks.
currency
yeah.
counter converter?
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
U.S. dollars into Mazo bucks.
That's something you can talk with the bank because that's where you can get them. So
I don't think Mazo's in debt, so our Mazo buck.
Well,
might
we'd
be
have to ask.
stronger.
Yeah,
we
but
should
maybe,
ask
yeah.
Dick Mayor.
Yeah, he
Mayor.
might be up on that.
Yeah.
Or
All
you
right.
could do something about it.
Yep. So, Facebook page, the community. You got about 2 weeks left here to vote on the Battle of the Bulbs as a recap, and don't forget the solstice bonfire.
Yes.
that's coming tonight.
Yeah.
Go to it.
What is
if you have
bond?
time.
What is that?
Bonfire.
Yeah.
What does it mean?
I think it's short for bond, which bonfires bring people together, bonding. That's what it is.
We've come full circle. And don't forget that if you want grapefruits, Kim Hauser, who's going to be a guest, hopefully this next month, who's the ag teacher out there at Heights, she ordered too many boxes of grapefruits.
Oh.
She said that on What's Happening in Mazo, and you can get a discounted thing.
So if
A
you're
box of grapefruits.
if you're grateful for someone, get the
Grateful.
grapefruit.
Yeah.
That's the Joe.
Okay, on we go.
Excellent.
Thanks. You did
See
a
what
good
I did
job.
there?
Really good job.
Nice, Johnny. Thank you for that. All right, Joe. What do you got
This is Wisconsin Heights Weekly.
coming to you live?
The boys basketball team is 4-3. They lost on the 16th to Partyville
Yeah. Partyville.
at Partyville, 68-62. So it was a nail biter. Their next game is the 19th at Pecatonica.
So
Okay, I was gonna say
Monday,
tech-
7:30.
this last Monday.
7:30, and we'll see how that went.
Which is a combination between Argyle and
Highland?
no.
No.
That's
Pecatonica.
Oh,
Peck
Highland's got
Argyle.
it.
That would be Peck Argyle.
But I thought the school
It's
of Pecatonica.
Don't they have? Doesn't
What
Argyle
school
have a
is-
school? I
is-
think.
Who did we go down and play in summer ball? Who was that team that we
Blanchardville.
Blanchardville? Yeah,
Okay.
I think Pecatonica
It's
is
like it's like
Blanchardville.
Wisconsin
but not-
Heights,
I
but
don't
it's
think
not,
it's Argyle,
It's not
though.
Highland or Argyle. I think.
Argyle has its own school, I believe.
Well,
'Cause
Right,
They
but they,
co-op
but they
with football.
combined for certain
Football-wise, I
things.
think. Yeah.
sure, yeah.
Because the Pecatonica is the
River.
river or whatever.
Yeah.
Stream.
Peck River.
So I don't know if it's a pack. I don't know if it's a
Pecatonica
pack. It's
River.
Yeah, they
Pecatonica.
just that's how they call it though.
Pecatorical.
But I think that's just like Heights. Like
Yeah.
they used to have Black Earth High
Oh,
School and
really?
Mazo High School. They still have Argyle High School, and I think they
Yeah.
still have. But
And-
anyway,
yeah.
Pecatonica is those two together, just like
I-
Sugar River. Sugar River.
We played against. I think we played against Argyle in high school. Now maybe they've gotten smaller, so they've switched. But we played them in baseball. I'm pretty sure. Just Argyle.
There you
Which
go.
whatever. I'll stop there.
Yeah, go ahead, Joe.
Keep going, Joe.
Then we're moving on to the girls basketball team because they hadn't updated the site that I looked at for the boys scoring and such. So I couldn't give a update on that.
leading scorers for
yep.
the boys.
And so the girls, I will move to the girls, and the girls are 2-6. They lost a nail biter again the 16th, and they played at Belleville. They lost 49-47.
Conference game. A conference game.
Yep.
Those Wildcats.
And they play next, the 20th,
Which is Tuesday.
at home. So we're getting some home cooking here
Yep.
against Potosi Cassville.
Oh,
Do you have
so
any?
Wow,
would you be
Casper.
able to maybe next week go 2 games ahead, do the next 2 games because we might miss. Just that's not a admonishment, but it's just wondering if we could have.
You started that word and got in trouble.
Well, I didn't know if admonishment was a word. That's what I was going to
That's
say.
what I'm saying. You started that word.
Well,
and-
I
and
just was. Yeah, I just didn't want to sound dumb, but I sounded
How
dumb
did Emily
anyway.
Net Ripper
The fact that
do?
you didn't know.
How did E&R do, Joe?
Emily
How did
Net
E&R
Ripper.
do?
Net Ripper?
Emily Net Ripper.
The net ripper.
That was a great.
That was a good one.
13.3 points per game.
Ooh,
Wow.
stoking
She
the
the
fire.
lead
She
scorer?
is a stat stuffer, I would say. 8.1 rebounds
Oh,
per game.
Wow, get her up to double.
She's the mound round of rebound right
Yep.
there.
And
Averaging a
1.6
double-double.
Just stick
1.6
with Net
assists per game.
How many?
1.6 assists per
Oh,
game.
okay.
But you know,
Not
when
only
you're
is she
scoring
a
that
scorer,
much, you
but
don't need
she's
to
also
pass it
dishing
that
it
much.
out.
Yep.
Well, you can't always be multiple things. Sometimes the facilitators have to get you the Brock, you know?
Brock.
So they're the ones.
Is that what you call the ball?
Yeah,
Give me the
Hey,
Brock,
give me the
man.
Brock. Maybe that's why you don't get it that often.
Yeah, that's true.
Does he call it
Give me the Brock.
Yeah,
I don't know what that is.
I don't know what that is.
That's going to go somewhere. You people thought that was cool to call it the Rock. Now they're going to call it
Yeah.
the Brock.
Hey, you should start a basketball company.
Sure.
Because they have the
Let it go, because then you weren't being teased. No,
I don't care.
Well,
Is that
I
all
don't
we
mind
have for
getting
Wisconsin?
that's
Weekly?
that. I'm all I'm asking is that there's also swimming that Wisconsin Heights has as well.
With
So what are you
socks.
asking?
I didn't get a chance. I didn't get a chance to.
That's
finish.
what I'm asking.
I was rudely interrupted there.
All I'm
Do I-
asking
wait a
is
second. I'm
they
sorry.
also have swimming.
All I'm asking is I
They
want to
also
make a
have
statement.
swimming.
All I'm asking is for some time to talk. That's what I'm asking for. That's
It's
what I
your
was gonna
time,
say.
but when you don't
Just
come
let it
prepared,
happen.
Hold on a second here.
Now here comes your question.
Hold on a second here.
Okay.
Before I was rudely interrupted, I don't
Yeah,
rudely
Mike,
interrupt you during your segment, do I?
Okay.
Okay. So give me a second.
Go ahead.
All I'm asking for is somebody to help me out because I don't have anything. I'm asking our viewers. That's what I was
Viewers,
doing.
podcast
That's what I was
viewers.
doing, but I was rudely interrupted.
But you said all I'm asking. You said they have swimming. That's a
Wait
statement.
a second. It might take a second for somebody. There are different people, Drew. It might take
those
a
two
second for me to
comments
break
together
this
don't
out.
make any sense.
I'm asking, seriously, does Sock post?
I don't know.
Theirs?
That's what I'm saying.
But can
this
you
is
look?
what this is
but
what
this
I was
isn't
asking
Sock
for.
Weekly.
Yeah, I know it isn't, but if it's part of
this is
if it's part of
school.
Wisconsin
Joe
Heights.
always dish it out, but he couldn't take
never
it.
take it.
if it's part of Wisconsin Heights, then why can't you look it up? Because they also do hockey.
John,
What?
And lacrosse, Joe.
I'm
What
being-
happened to
I'm
that?
being-
Let's give
I'm
John.
being
Let's give
maligned.
Joe
Give him the floor.
just
Give
a
him the
little
floor.
time here, Joe.
yes,
Don't be defensive now.
I'm not being
Just
defensive.
say what you're gonna say.
I'm not being defensive.
I'm not being defensive.
I'm defending my honor.
You forgot your thing again this week.
Yeah, but guess what? I recalled all this via memory. Anyway,
Okay, here we
Bless
go.
you.
We've got a few minutes.
yes,
Unpackage
let
this
me-
for
let
us.
me,
Make sure you're on
break this
microphone,
down.
please.
I am on microphone.
Don't lean
Okay.
over.
So what
We're
I'm
out
saying
here
is
talking.
I'm asking, pleading with somebody, begging for somebody to tell me where I can find results for the swimming stuff. Because I don't know where it is. It's not on wisports.net. That's actually a call on WIS Sports. They need to get their act together.
Have you checked the Sauk Prairie?
That's what I said.
I haven't yet because I don't want to go outside of
So
the
how-
district.
You're begging somebody to
no,
do
no.
your work.
I don't want to.
Joe didn't want to do more work.
Why don't you?
I don't wanna-
You know Scott Moore.
No. Listen. If I go on
You
to
know
Sox,
Jordan Sin.
if I go on to Sock's website, I'm giving them impressions. I'm giving them views. I don't want that because I'm a local guy. I'm not going to do
Through
that.
and through.
Yes, I'm not going to.
So what's with sports?
with sports?
They're based out of Mazo.
Yes, they are. The guy, I know the guy.
Mazo
I'm not
Sports.
going to give him. But they're
Mr.
servicing.
Wiz.
They're servicing all of
Mr.
Wisconsin.
Wiz
They're
Sports.
servicing all of Wisconsin.
Okay.
All right.
So I'm going to stay
We got
through.
to move on to Dick Royston. I'm sorry.
We have 2 minutes.
Yeah, we do. That's it.
One of the things we want to do.
So somebody
is
help me with swimming.
back to Mazo Sitewise.
Give me a little
for
slack.
a second. Back to Mazo Sitewise. Joe wants us to do. Now we've got Mazo, and then hit the Ernest T. Bass. You mean Sitewise?
You mean Satwise?
Yeah.
Oh, let me say,
That's what he
Demond
wants us
always
to
does
do
that
from
before.
But he wants us to do it on the camera from now on. Say, when you say, now it's time for Mazo, and leave a blank, and then he'll fit that in there.
Oh, nice.
We'll talk about it afterwards.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll
You're
plan-
nervous
Nobody,
about
Monday or
no, nobody
Tuesday.
told me about it.
We'll plan it.
So I was trying to envision it. I was like, Demond already plays that.
We didn't tell you
in
on
there.
Monday or Tuesday.
Well,
We'll get
it's
somebody
Tuesday.
to-
rudely interrupt
Okay.
you.
Yeah,
Yep.
it is tough, isn't it?
That's
Go
what
ahead,
you can
and,
plan.
go ahead and take another minute to set up the Dick
All right,
Royston
well,
thing.
we've got
It'll only
part
take you
two.
about 10
Mayor
seconds.
Dick Royston.
Anyway, we've got part 2 of our interview with Dick Royston, former mayor, and his grandson, Jameson. So we'll play that next. And then after that, we've got a surprise for you. Surprise. And then Drew's got this day in history
I
for
do.
December
Yep. Which
16th.
is not so much of a surprise, but
Well, it's not like the surprise we have
That's
coming
true.
up. So
it's true.
we'll be right back. And then, Demond, right after this segment, please play the Marco Island commercial thing that we did for Christmas. Thanks. We'll see you in just a minute. All right, we're starting on the left side of this house, and we're going to go all the way through for you.
This is in Marco Island, Florida. It's about 75 degrees
Palm
right
tree.
now. 75 degrees right now. And it's December 1st, our last night here. And this is quite the place. We see it every year. when
We
come
noticed
down
it, yeah, the first year when we came down, and it's just, their whole yard is filled, as you can see, with Christmas decorations, and it's about, 75 degrees out with a breeze?
here. Yep, beautiful.
So there it is. So we will get you back to more of the original Father-Son voiceover podcast with this guy. See you then.
So did you go to college or technical school?
Nope. The only thing I went to was I had courses through the DNR on management courses that I took or had to take or was suggested to take if I wanted to advance. And they were done like 6-week courses.
Okay. Before that, before you were employed by the DNR, Department of Natural Resources, you went and served the United States, right?
I was working at DNR when I got called to duty.
Oh, you were? Okay.
Yes.
Because there was a draft at that point. Were you
Yes.
drafted? So you were
Yes.
drafted. And what year was that?
1963,
63. So that was the Korean conflict, the Korean War?
Korean War. The
Okay.
Vietnam War had just, I was sent to Korea, spent about 13 months, 12 and a half months over there. And that was when Vietnam was also just coming into the peak. They started bombing in Vietnam, and they had been there before that, I think 60. Well, I don't know what year they were there,
Yeah.
but they really picked it up in 63. And we had some hard times in Korea because we went on full alert, and that means be ready to protect your North Korea or South Korea.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, we had 2, and that's when they started bombing in Vietnam over there. And I was there when President Kennedy got shot. And
Oh,
boy,
you were.
we really went on alert then.
Oh, I suppose.
We thought North Korea could be coming.
Well, that was right. He was shot on November. It's 1963, November
Right.
22nd.
And
Of course, you know.
I just got there in August,
And your birthday was right just a few
November
days.
30th.
Yeah, a few days after that.
Yeah.
Huh. Wow.
Yeah.
It's interesting to me if you do some history, which you lived it, but World War II kind of paused a little bit, but there were pieces in place that happened, and then the Korean War started, and then it kind of just morphed into the Vietnam War, didn't
Yes.
it? And so were you kind of almost in the Korean War and Vietnam War? Even though you were just, I mean, did that kind of, I don't know when it actually kind of officially started. The
Korean War was declared over. It really has never been declared over.
Oh, really?
War.
Okay. Huh.
Yeah. And so, but the scrimmage, everything, I think, was 51 to 55. But it kept going. I mean, there were scrimmages, back and forth every once in a while, like there is all over.
Yeah.
But then they were sending troops to Korea in 1963 for protection of North Korea advancing. And so we were over there. I was artillery. I was with the infantry, and I was with the artillery special forces, and I was with a surveyor. And we surveyed for the artillery that they could attack North Korea.
What does that mean? I mean, you surveyed like land so that you could make sure that they could shoot and
right
maneuver there. Is that what it was?
Well, back then you see surveyors now. They look through the this and that, and it calculates whatever it is right away.
The distance and stuff like that.
This was so old-fashioned back, but it was probably all right at that time.
Sure.
We put tripods up and had the poles in.
Yeah.
We had tapes that we measured.
Oh.
And my favorite subject was math, and it must have showed on the tests I took and so forth. So I became the computer.
Wow.
And we had to take those coordinates and compute it on paper and then observe the shooting up above our coordinates. And so we'd wire back, and they'd shoot 2 miles back of us at that coordinates. And if we were wrong, we could.
I was going to say, you better be right.
Yeah. They could shoot ourselves.
Yeah. Talk about a job assessment. You know, I mean, there aren't too many like that where you say, well, if I don't do my job right, something bad could happen. That's really bad.
Yeah.
Wow. And so friendly fire could have been a problem, right?
Oh,
Big
yes.
time.
It very well could be.
Yeah.
And we fired right in. We were surveying right in the DMZ. It's a pretty wide stretch. I can't remember how many miles the DMZ is, but...
So how long were you in? 4 years or 3 or what was?
I was in 2 years and then 4 years inactive reserve.
Okay.
Which means I could have got called back anytime.
And you wanted to keep going.
Huh?
You wanted to stay in, right?
Well, I just stayed in. I did like it. I didn't like Korea, but I got just to it. I accepted that, and
well, he got married and then left for Korea like 2 days later.
6 days I was married.
6 days later.
It's a different breed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a different breed of people. I'm sorry. It's just a different breed.
But in 1963, we got engaged on Valentine's Day. Sort of set a wedding I was working for DNR at the time.
Okay.
Set a wedding for May. And I got called up in March to report. And so we canceled the May wedding. And I went through basic in Fort Sill for my second training. And I got my orders. I knew where we were going. I was going to Korea on such and such a date. I was leaving. And my wife she says, let's get married. I says, no, I don't want to. I don't know what's going to happen to me.
Mm-hmm.
I says, you never know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where I'm going there. And, it's a dangerous situation. She wouldn't take no for her answer. So her and her sister, unbeknown to me, wrote to our congressman, which was Kastemeyer. I don't know if you ever remember the
Bob
name.
Kastemeyer.
Bob Kastemeyer.
Mm-hmm.
And told him the situation. Well,
I can't
I didn't
imagine
know
he really
this happened.
Like,
and all of a sudden, I was at Fort Sill, Oklahoma, And they came down to camp in a Jeep and said, Royston, the big guy wants to see you. I thought, oh, what the hell? Somebody dies, what do I got to do?
Right.
So I went up into the major's office or the colonel's office there and saluted and walked in and shaking. I can remember, I can still shake.
Yeah.
I'm going to see why would I never seen him before in my life.
Yeah, right.
And so he questioned me and he says, I got a letter here that you want to get married. So I says, well, I don't know if I did or not. But he says, he asked some pretty personal questions. And I said, he says, well, I'll give you 2 weeks.
Wow.
And you can go home.
Wow.
So I went home and Sharon had come down to see me go by. And she says, what are we going to do? And I says, well, I'm going home to get married. How about you? She says, what? So she came home. I went home a week later, and we had 1 week, and everything fell into place. Everything that we had reserved before happened to be emptied. She already had the dresses made and stuff, and had her. And so we got married, and I had 6 days off before I shipped out.
Wow.
Gone 13 months, and I always said, well, we had a good first year, woman. We never had an argument. I never had nothing.
Yeah, that's probably a record,
yeah,
Dick.
Never seen each other, but it was.
So then, what year did you get out then?
Well, I officially got out in 65 then.
65, okay.
Yeah, it was about 25 months I was in total. And then I got home and went back to work to DNR and started my career there.
What did you do? What did you do at the DNR? I mean, did you do like multiple things as you worked your way up, or were you always kind of the same
DNR
spot?
DNR was kind of funny back, not funny, but it's still the same. But I started out, DNR sort of had the Wisconsin Chamber of Commerce. And you'd put up orders. Like you'd want to be a vacation in Wisconsin, so you'd send letters to us and send them, I want to go to the Hayward area. And so I had all these pamphlets on every city or maps of Wisconsin and so forth. So I was the State Chamber of Commerce, I guess.
Really?
Through the DNR.
Huh.
And then I took all these other courses and went into management.
Okay.
And, I managed all the outdoor activities, like I was the head of the boat, snowmobile, and ATV registration department.
No, wow.
I was the head of the special permit, and that's the bear hunt, the hunter's choice permit, Horicon goose permit, those permits. And I just kept managing them and spent over 40 years with them, just over 40.
What year did you retire?
Retired in, I wrote it down too, I can't remember.
Well, take your time, it's fine.
2000, right?
When did I retire?
I think it was 2000, 99, 2001.
Was played for over 40 years, retired in 98. July of 98.
So you've been retired for about 24 years, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, almost a quarter century of retirement.
Yeah, 24 years, been retired.
When did you, well, let me ask you this question. Maybe I shouldn't say this. What do you call him? Did you call him
Papa?
something? Oh, okay. I
Is that
thought,
what you mean?
Didn't you have a nickname for him? No. The Warden, or are you the Warden?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, he doesn't know we call him that, though.
Oh no!
Another first.
I can't say one bag. Yeah, the other. But yeah, that's
Sorry, Dick and Jameson. Family secret.
my job.
Because you were assigned to the warden service.
I was.
That's our excuse.
Every time, because everything I worked with wardens.
Okay.
And so I was, I want to say, not a warden, but I was a warden in
You
the
were
sense,
the head
but
of
I
wardens,
wasn't.
huh?
I was not a warden that I could arrest somebody, but I had to go with them out in the field and
Okay.
do this and check boats and stuff like that. I had no credentials, and I could not carry a gun. So
Okay.
Too bad.
it was a career that I honestly think I've probably only 5 days that I didn't ever want to go to work.
Really?
Yeah,
You really enjoyed it, huh?
I really enjoyed
Huh.
it.
Where did you go? Did you go to a certain spot? Did you go to Madison, or where was your headquarters?
The headquarters was in Madison.
Okay.
Well, I have throughout, always in Madison, but I was about 10 different locations throughout
Okay.
the city.
Okay.
Well, you retired out of the Pyre Squared, right?
Yeah.
Remember that building?
That's
Across from
all
Super
gone.
Target?
Yeah, I do. Yeah,
So
Madison.
I was all over, but
Okay.
and we traveled the state with the wardens, and
What years were you the mayor of Mazo for how many years?
12.
12 years. From what, was it consecutive?
Yes.
What years were those? Do you remember?
Yeah. 69 to 81.
So that was after you got back, obviously, and while you were a DNR employee.
Oh, yes. No.
Okay. And was Mazo very different? Like not at your age, but like if you were that age, would it be very different being the mayor? I know they don't have a mayor now of Mazo, but what were the types of things that you did as the mayor of Mazo?
All the same thing.
Okay.
Yeah. We had all the same problems and we had a board. We have a board just like they do now. You managed everything, like the board did. And when I first started it, Mazo has been up and down as far as looks and everything. And I was pretty proud to say during the 12 years there that we made great steps. And then it sort of deteriorated again, and now it's starting to improve.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I really think it is what started the thing out that Mazo was changed to the better is that this Mr. Westland that donated all the money for the downtown promenade area and really cleaned Mazo up. And that was a start where people began to, and that was back in 27.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's still doing it today. And there's programs like that I wasn't present, but I'm really proud to be part of it because I took over at his request
Okay.
to
Of the promenade.
take care of the promenade from 207 all the way.
Yeah, I mean, I see you down there a lot, and we took some pictures of the Halloween, the fall thing that you guys do, and then the Christmas thing, and of course in the summer you have beautiful plants down there and shrubbery, and you guys do a nice job. I was going to ask you not to get too far off of the Mazo thing, but
Sorry.
that's okay. I took some pictures yesterday of downtown Mazo, and I remember. See, you were the mayor of Mazo from 69 till when again?
81.
81.
Right.
Well, I was 9 years old to 21 years old. And a lot of those years were bustling. You know, we had a lot of activity down in Mazo when I was a kid. You too, probably, right? I mean, when you were a kid. So do you remember, you can see these pretty good?
Yep.
Do you remember, like, when you were a kid or in high school, I just wanted to go through these different pictures, and if you can remember, and if you don't, that's fine, but do you remember, like, what was in this building? Right now, it's kind of a pet grooming place. What was in that?
I think
Do you remember?
that was Zangel's Jewelry and Clock Shop.
Zangel's Jewelry and Clock.
Do you remember that?
No. Nope.
Okay.
Nope. And then what was this one right here?
Johnson Appliance Store.
Wow.
And were those there for quite some time? I mean, were they kind of establishments? Because sometimes we've had businesses kind of come and go over the last
There's
few
a
years.
big turnover
Yeah.
down there.
Back when I was in and I'm going back to when I was in high school.
Yeah.
I worked for a grocery store downtown for all through high school when I wasn't involved in sports and weekends. And after I graduated that summer before I went to DNR, and that was in 1957 when I graduated.
Okay.
So those stores that we're saying were there in 57. That's as far back as,
Okay.
and some I probably won't remember.
Yeah. And so was this whole building that, or
Yeah.
like, see, this is Harrop Realty and Walker Land Surveying, Tony Walker
That
is in
was a
there.
barber shop.
Oh yeah, okay. I remember when I was a kid, this was a barber shop. There was a chair in there, and of course Les Mahaney had another barber shop, which is another building we'll look at. But
that wasn't at the same time.
Oh, it wasn't. Was he first?
He was the oldest. There's
Okay.
another barber shop on the other side.
Okay.
That's the gray building.
Okay, we'll get to that. This was a laundromat.
Laundromat.
When I was a kid and in high school. Was
Yep.
that also when you were younger
Yep.
too?
Yep.
And then this was the Red Door Supper Club and Bar.
Red.
What was that when you were younger?
That was an IGA store. Carrie's IGA.
I'd never heard that.
What's IGA?
We really had 5 grocery stores downtown.
Oh, it's a grocery store.
Well, there's still IGA stores. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, I don't know where they are.
Yeah, but there's
Yeah.
IGA. Show us another picture. I want to get through all of these. So this was Les Mahaney.
Right.
You know where we're at right now?
Yeah.
This is Mix It Up, and we're looking at a cross here or whatever. Maybe
That
you
was
don't know
Joe
where
the
that is.
Barber for me, wasn't it?
Joe the Barber was there too after
Yeah.
Les Mahaney.
Joe
Was there
the Bar-
anything there before? Like when you were in high school, was that a barber shop?
I can't remember. I think it was a meat market.
Okay. Well, I think you might be right because there's when Mr. Visti, who owns the
mill,
Yeah.
when he was in his other store, the Whistle Stop, and I was having breakfast there, and he came in and they were fixing this building here, and on the side they were going to redo it, and I said, well, that old thing that they've taken down there is, the name of the store, and I can't remember what it is now, but that's still there. They left it there.
They exposed it when they pulled
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was going to say there's writing on
So
that.
you think that was maybe a meat market, and then what was? Do you remember what?
Well,
this?
that was, there was so many, and I get mixed up when I think, but
Yeah.
that used to be Ida Vogel's house.
Oh,
And it
really?
went out the back too.
Okay.
Back that. But Ida Vogel was there, but then the Legion was in there with their bar, the Legion bar.
Oh,
They
before
were
they
there,
built the
and
other.
Romy Ryder had a shoe store
Well,
there.
yeah, I used to go there to Romy Ryder's shoe
So
store.
I don't know. I get mixed up.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
it
So
was
that was
and
at
when
least
it
in the
was.
60s when Romy Ryder was there. This was Draggers, wasn't it?
Yes.
Was that when you were a kid too, or high school?
Well, yeah, Stouts.
Oh, Stouts.
And then I think it was Drager's.
But it was a diner kind
It was
of.
diner.
Okay.
Yes, restaurant.
Yep. And then the end was, I don't even remember.
That was Endry's Painting.
Oh, it was Phil.
Yeah,
Phil
Phil
Andrews. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's go to the other one. We got a few more here in a few minutes
There's the
left.
bank.
This was the bank, of course.
Yeah, that used to be the post office.
Before it was the bank.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Really. How about
Yes,
that?
the post office.
Huh. And then this was the community building where we
Right.
talked about watching movies. You
Right.
did that. I did that.
That was the library.
Yes, right. Yep.
Really?
Yep. It was a tiny
Yes.
library. Yep.
And
And that was Coltis. Was that Coltis Kennedy when
yeah,
you were
Colas
younger?
Kennedy back then. I don't know what it was before that though.
And Breinig, Dan Breinig, who built the new hardware store, he was there for a little bit.
I
And
remember
then
that
they
hardware store.
Yes.
they sold that and went up on the highway
Right.
there.
Mhm.
Okay.
it just seems like a hardware store would fit right there. You know what I mean? Just in an older building.
I do remember it just being like unbelievably cramped.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
I
Yeah.
can't
Yeah.
imagine.
Yeah. Okay, and then let's go here. This was a drugstore when I was a kid. What was that? Rexall, that's
that
what.
used to be Traeger's Grocery and
Oh, that
the
was.
Greyhound Depot stop.
Oh, okay.
Greyhound come to Mazo every day.
Really?
Gretchen Traeger got it to
Gretchen
come
Traeger.
right. Yeah.
Yes.
So that was it George Traeger, the dad, John's dad? Was that his name?
I guess
But
sounds familiar, but
was this before they built the one that burnt down on Hudson Street, or did
Oh,
he
yeah,
have two?
yeah. No, that was That's before.
That's before. Okay. And then
That was the other barbershop.
was
Harry Fay barbershop.
Were there 2 barbers in Mazo at the same time?
Yes, that one, and then the one across was Zadazil.
See, that's the thing that people don't understand. Like when I'll tell them about how it was bustling down there when I was a kid. I mean, the place was full. There were 2 barbers in there in town. There was enough heads around town that they had 2 places for 2 barbers.
I don't like to tell them my old barbers, but Zadazil was the other one, and I went to him first when I was young. But I came from the farm, and he was a teaser.
Okay.
And he just teased me once too often. Because he'd get me in the chair, and he says, "What's that I smell?" And he'd be looking down, and he says, "It's on your boots."
Oh, no.
You know, so I knew what he was.
Yeah,
The whole farm
yeah.
boy. I quit him, and I went to Harry Fay. He cut my hair.
He got your business. What was this?
That was a hardware store too. I remember it was Sparky's hardware store, but I'm trying to think if I'm mixed up of what it could have been. But I know Burkhart owned it. Sparky Burkhart, they called him.
And right next door, this is the Penguin Bistro or whatever it is now.
I think that was Harrington's grocery store.
I've heard of that. It wasn't there when I was a kid. And then go to the next one. This was the V store when I was a kid. What was it? It was a. I thought I had heard that they had a meat market in there, or a grocery store, and then a department store.
The 2 windows. That was Schwartz's mercantile store.
This one.
Right. And there was a grocery. You had to go through that.
Yes.
To a grocery, and that was Kennedy's grocery store in the back.
Okay.
And they had lockers, locker plants, freezers. You stored your meat because we had ice boxes.
Yeah.
You just had ice. It wouldn't keep things froze.
Yeah.
So you had Kennedy's grocery locker plant behind.
That's
a
you couldn't even see the store. You had to go through the.
Yeah, I had heard that too from
store.
some old timers.
Was there 2 there then?
And then I don't know if these.
Well, one of them, that was a drugstore.
This was a
right there.
Okay.
And then the next 2 was the grocery store that was owned by a lot of people. And that's Kennedy moved back there last, but before that, my dad and grandmother ran that store.
Really?
And we had a soda fountain in there, the Thai soda fountain. And I don't know, short as was, but I was a soda jerk, making sodas and sundaes and stuff. And I remember I'd stand there and I couldn't reach down in to get the ice cream out to scoop it up. So my dad made me a stool. So I had to stand on that stool. And Dick made the sundaes and the cherry fizzes and things like that out of that soda.
How old were you?
I must have been 10 or 12 back there. But there's a lot of people that own that after.
I've never heard that.
The last one was, the Onsteads own it, and that was always the tavern as far as I remember.
Yeah, I mean,
the workout.
Yeah, I think the U and I or something.
It was always a bar as far as I can remember.
Now, I don't have a picture of it, but as you go, you turn right at the flagpole and you head down toward the old Lutheran church there on the corner, St. John's. On the left, there's a pink building that used to be a gas station.
Yes, way down, right on the corner.
Yep, of Y and Hudson. Lawler owns it. Yeah. Was that a gas station?
Yes.
Who owned that and what?
I don't know who owned, but Peterson's owned it at one time. But I don't know if they were the owners, but it was a gas station out there.
Because when I was a kid, you could come down through there, no stops, and you could take a right because that used to be KP or the highway. And you could take a right there by Walter Apartments now. And then there was another gas station in that little brick building by John Parman's. That was a Texaco.
Texaco station.
Yeah. Were both of those open when you were a kid?
Yes.
So you had 2 gas stations plus Bollig's.
And maybe the Pollards up there.
Which is Handlebar Performance now. So you had 4 gas stations, 2 barbers, multiple bars. You had Club 14.
Right.
What was it? Was it 78 where Rookies is? What was that? Club 78 or?
The Governor's something, right?
It was Governor's later.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what I mean, what you were saying, Dick, about how Mazo was a bustling community and then it kind of went down and there wasn't much going on in downtown Mazo, but it seems like it's picking up just a bit now.
Well, it is now. Yeah. And we back then, too, we had the Mazo Poultry Company, was down across from that Texaco station, like where the apartments were. And they employed a lot of people.
Did they? Okay.
Yeah. And so
That's
all
the
the
one that burned
grocery
down.
stores would come up and they'd come up. And then we had, back in the old days, free movies right there in front of Stoller's Bar or across from the post office. You brought your blanket on Wednesday nights or Saturday nights. And every store was open and had specials and drew people down.
Yeah.
Now that it's all that is gone and most of the grocery stores, well, all the grocery stores are gone. We're fortunately got a dollar store up here anyhow,
exactly.
which carries quite a bit of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But it went downtown and everything now is built on a highway.
Mm-hmm.
And it's tough
To bring it down there.
to get, how are you going to get, people go by and think the hill is Mazomania.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I've heard from other people, even we got some beautiful industries in Mazo, some of the cleanest, employ a lot of people, and they don't even know where Mazomania is other than up on the hill.
Yeah.
Because they don't go downtown
It's a
Mazo.
whole other side of it
Yeah.
that they don't see.
And I think with the promotions that we got going now and things, and a few new businesses started, it's coming back gradually. And the summer entertainment we have on the flankoid right stage in the Westland Promenade.
Yeah.
Jeff Worth's done a good job of getting the music in there and everything. And it's getting Mazomania strangers to know where Mazo is.
Mm-hmm. Trying to get people to come down to the downtown actually of Mazo is kind of a trick, but
It's a trick.
they're doing better by having, summer entertainment, the Gandy dancers,
Right.
music and stuff at the Frank Lloyd Wright, the Promenade, some different things. 1855 Coffee House has opened up now, and maybe they'll get a few more.
Yeah, that place. That place always seems to be busy.
Yeah.
to me.
1855.
Yeah, I think she does a great job.
Yeah.
And
It's kind of a cool area too, having it be the old bank and stuff like that.
It is really
They've got a
cool,
nice
yeah.
setup there. It's pretty open.
when it was newer, I used to take Wesley in there because it would be this like me and him and one other person.
Yeah.
So it was fine. But now there's like 30 other people in the mornings. He's just tearing everything apart.
Now
and
it's
I'm
too busy.
Yeah, no, I can't
What are they
even go.
doing? Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, get rid of some business so Jameson will come in.
I know. You guys leave?
Yeah.
Have you been in there?
Where?
1855, the coffee house.
Oh yeah,
No.
yeah. I've been and then over to the other that's been there a while.
Apothecary.
The tap house.
Yeah, I haven't been to that one yet.
Tap house I've only
Oh,
been
that.
in, not to
Oh,
serve it, but it's nice. I remember over where the dog shop is now, we had a wine shop there
Yes.
some moment.
Yeah.
And that was great for couples
Yeah.
that didn't want the real loud music or
the
you
bar
know,
scene.
the
Yeah.
bar scene
Yeah.
at that time.
Mhm.
Could go have a drink, whether it was a drink or a soda or whatever,
Yeah, right.
and just converse and have maybe an hors d'oeuvre or something like that.
Yeah.
And that was fine. And this is sort of pattern after that, but it's a little colder. It's self-service.
Ah,
You
yeah.
got to do it by the ounce on your
Yeah.
credit card.
Yeah. Okay.
And the machine serves you. But it's nice, and I think it'll catch on. They ain't got everything done yet in there, but
Yeah.
I don't even have the sign up yet, so I don't even know.
But,
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I don't think there's
it's-
anything.
They've got if it would be nice if they had a sign,
and they're
I'm sure they're
supposed to
working
put,
on it.
a sign outside with an old-fashioned historical
Yeah.
light post or something. And
yeah.
yeah, it'll be more homey when they get that
think-
done. But I haven't heard a bad comment about it yet because at least we can sit and talk and
Yeah. You don't have
but
to
they do
yell
have
over.
music every Friday, just a 1 or 2 piece little
Yeah.
band.
Yeah.
And
They do trivia on Thursday nights, I think. And
yeah,
so they're trying to get people down there, which is nice.
yeah,
to get
and I
people-
think and of course the bread and breakfast. There are other business there, and
Yeah, that seems to be picking up speed too. Because there's guys in Madison that I work with that come
Really?
to,
That's good to hear.
to the
and
bread and, or what's it called?
It's
Iron
the
Amethyst.
iron. Yeah.
the bistro, Jeff Worst's place.
Yep.
That's only open about 3 times, and most of his clientele come from Sauk City.
Oh, do they? Okay. Yeah.
So that spreads the word a little bit that way that
Yeah.
they got other places now that you can go and
Yeah. Well, we'll hope that some of the businesses will do well, and there'll be more that are added. But we're going to let you go.
okay.
Thank you so much. We've wanted to have you on for months. We did some conniving behind the scenes and had your grandson here so we could get to you. But
Thanks
thank
for
you
the
for
history lesson.
Yeah, that's what I was looking forward to, is hearing more about what things were like and looking at the buildings and stuff and hearing about your life. So thank you.
Yeah.
Now, the biggest thing of the whole podcast is we let you go to our prize table and pick out a prize or two. You can take something too, because this was all you're doing. So thank you for coming. Thank you for watching. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Local guests of the original Father-Son voiceover podcast get a coupon towards the FSVP prize table and your choice of a valuable take-home gift. Congratulations, and thanks for being a guest on the original Father-Son voiceover podcast.
Okay, so I have an admission to make. This is a big admission. Well, I don't know if it's a confession, but
didn't do anything wrong.
I've been singing along on Feliz Navidad since before all of you were born. Jose Feliciano, we always had him on the radio at Christmas time. I was singing, and I still don't know
The words.
I have no idea what the words are.
Well,
This is how I sing.
We sang this one time.
Navidad, Feliz Navidad, O Cero, some fun and
it's-
That's how I
It'll
say
be
it,
up
though.
here.
It's Feliz Navidad, Prospero Año Felicidad.
I know, but that's how I've said it. I've said, O Cero,
Well, don't say it that way.
and then I sing the song. I've done that for 50 years.
Okay.
I think a lot
I'm
of
gonna
us
try
have.
better. I'm
A
gonna
lot
try
of
my
us have.
best.
Well, it'll be up here, won't
I'm
it?
just gonna
guys-
sing
you
that.
guys got a
one.
leg
Prospero
up.
Año
You always did Spanish. You
Felicidad.
all
Isn't it
got
up here?
taught Spanish.
It will be.
I, we sang this.
We're
We
fine
sang
then.
this at one of the Mazo concerts at
Concerts.
elementary school.
Oh, wow.
No, with I think Mitch Lavinette.
Oh, Mitch, loving it.
Yep.
Yep.
So thanks to
Great music
Dick
teacher.
and
Yes.
Jameson.
Unbelievable.
That was part 2. Glad to have them on. We might have to have them on again just because Dick
He's got so much.
such a good memory.
Yep.
But then we got a little surprise for you here. We're gonna
gonna
sing for you.
Is that the water? But you got a water there.
He's
It
trying
was
to stay
left up
hydrated.
here
Oh,
for
okay.
yeah.
Hydrated.
He's dual hydrating.
Want to make sure you're
Are you ready,
hydrated for the
Joe?
song.
I'm
ready.
concerned. I'm concerned. I haven't
Oh,
hydrated
wait,
enough.
wait. I didn't start this clock.
That's okay.
Well, it's gonna be
I'll
off
watch
anyway.
it. We're already a minute and a half in.
Par for the course.
Okay, wait, it's a minute and a half, so, okay.
All right. So now
Okay. Are we ready?
Yeah.
All right. Here we go.
we'll let you come out of the gate fast, Hud.
Yeah,
That's
you and
what we'll
Dad, and we'll fill
just
in.
fill in.
I'm just gonna sing.
Feliz Navidad.
I'm just singing the melody.
Let me try the,
Drew,
let me
you
try
can-
one of
Is
the
that too loud?
Spanish ones
Yeah.
once we get going.
You gotta get away because you're
Okay.
way
Drew,
too
you
loud.
can
Get
just
away,
sing
get
under me.
away.
then.
Prospero, nada y
You
da
sing a
chida,
Prospero.
para-
John, are you
Año
doing tenor?
Felicidad.
Huh?
Are you doing the tenor?
Felicidad?
I'm just singing.
Felicidad.
Felicidad? What does that mean?
I'm gonna sing the
I don't
melody.
know.
And Drew's
It's
gonna sing
Navidad
the
means
Christmas.
Maybe
Maybe a prosperous new year.
nativity, nativity, doesn't it?
Go ahead, Joe.
I'm just doing some vocal.
Well, we got
Okay.
other things to do.
All right.
That's
How's that sounding in there, John?
Beautiful.
You got to do the mix now. You gotta
ready
go like
here?
this or this for the music.
Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Prospero año y felicidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Prospero año y felicidad. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad, prospero año y felicidad.
First time in 50 years.
Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad, prospero año y felicidad. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Prospero año y felicidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Prospero año y felicidad. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. Feliz Navidad.
This should be the last one.
Feliz Navidad.
We're hoping so.
Song that never ends.
Feliz Navidad. Prospero año de felicidad.
There it is.
Wow, I would have given it more at the end
present
there.
to you.
Yeah.
Prospero. I was even doing the rolling R there towards the end. I was really into C.
Honestly, I thought I was sitting next to
burrito.
Jose himself for a moment there.
He was just meant to sing that song too. He's Feliciano.
Yeah, right.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's get this put in, and we'll get our thing up there. All right, Drew, take it away.
That's hard to
Oh,
come
boy.
up back
Yeah.
about that.
We started out, that was a little too hot.
I couldn't hear the music.
Spill it.
All right, here we
Tough
go.
start for us, but that's okay.
Right after that, we're talking this day in history. December 16th, 2022 is today, but this is December 16th in history. 1497, Portuguese navigator Vasco da Gama is first European to sail along Africa's east coast. He names it Natal. I'm not sure what that was. Natal.
What was his name again?
Vasco da Gama.
Same thing.
Vasco
Yeah, Vasco
de
da Gama.
Gama.
Yep. So
Gamma rays.
I'm not really sure why this is such a big deal because in 1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue and he got all the way to the Americas. So it's like, well, so you went around the Horn of Africa and you went to the east, the east coast of Africa. That's not a big deal.
He died in
Big deal,
1920 in
Just before Christmas.
right before Christmas, 1524.
In
24.
Merry Crisis.
12, 24, 24.
Yeah, maybe this day in history in December 24th, they'll have that he died. Who knows?
Yeah.
Okay. In 1617, Spanish Viceroy Hernando Reyes de Saavedra founds provinces Rio de Plata, Argentina, and Guiara, which is Paraguay. All right, so here's another one, 1620, just 3 years later. This is Mayflower pilgrims come ashore in Plymouth Bay, traditionally thought to be at Plymouth Rock, Massachusetts.
We're struggling here on the internet.
That's okay.
Wait, they came in December? Why would you plan a journey?
Well, I don't know if they.
They planned on being much further south. So let me give you a little background.
I think it took them some time.
Joe's got a question, which will be a statement.
No, I was saying that they were. I think that. I mean, you're at the will of the sea at that point.
Yep.
And
You
so
always said
as
that.
yeah. And
But
so
my
all of a
problem with
sudden,
it is this. So a bunch of them died that winter, right?
I don't know. I'm
Isn't that
not
your
going to get
segment?
into that.
Isn't that your segment?
Who said anything about death?
Yeah. But 50 of them died in the first winter, because I'm going to go over that in a
he's
little
got
bit.
all that.
But anyway, I just don't understand. It's cold. It's December in Massachusetts. It's cold.
It's cold out
Just head on down south. I mean, you got to know that further south is going to be a little bit warmer. Anyway, but here we go. The famous Mayflower story began in 1606 when a group of reform-minded Puritans in Nottinghamshire, England, founded their own church, separate from the state-sanctioned Church of England. Accused of treason, they were forced to leave the country and settle in the more tolerant Netherlands, the good old Dutch folks. After 12 years of struggling to adapt and make a decent living, the group sought financial backing from some London merchants to set up a colony in America. On September 6, 1620, 102 passengers, dubbed Pilgrims by William Bradford, a passenger who would become the first governor of the Plymouth colony, crowded on the Mayflower to begin the long, hard journey to a new life in the New World. That winter of 1620 to 1621 was brutal, as the Pilgrims struggled to build their settlement, find food, and ward off sickness. By spring, 50 of the original 102 Mayflower passengers were dead.
52 left.
Correct. But it's like, it's cold. It's like, just get back on the boat and head south.
Yeah, these poles aren't going to the
But
ground.
the
Maybe
thing,
we should go south.
Here's the thing. This is my point. I know you're at the will of the sea, but people have sailed already here.
I sailed.
They kind of know how long it's going to take. I know it's not going to be a perfect science, but all you got to do is take your finger from England and go across, and you're around that area. Why would you
Same
go
temperature.
Why would you leave in November-ish, December? Why
September.
would you do that?
Yeah.
It took them that long?
Just hold off. Yeah, just hold off until March or April. And then you know you're going to get there in the summer.
Yeah.
Maybe they got there and they thought, man, this was an emotional decision leaving in September.
Or maybe they couldn't take it any longer because they were under duress.
We don't know that
We're
part.
not going to judge them.
No, let's not do that. Okay, next one. 1631, Mount Vesuvius in Italy erupts, burying many villages under lava flows and killing around 3,000 people. Although Mount Vesuvius' most famous eruption that destroyed the cities of Pompeii and Herculaneum, said it the same way twice, occurred in the year 79 AD, the mountain has had a long history of eruptions both before and after this date. On this day in 1631, Mount Vesuvius had another major eruption that buried, I think I said that already. On the second day, an even larger eruption occurred that continued through the next few days, though with declining intensity.
What were those people thinking? Hey, you know what? Let's go right back. Let's live.
Well, there's
put our
New
farms.
Orleans.
I think
putting everything
that everybody
right
knows
next
that.
to that Mount Vesuvius. Those people die, but we won't.
I think everybody knows that hindsight is 2020. So I don't know if we should be passing judgment.
They
on
had
them.
history
Can
to
also
tell
be
them.
50-50 sometimes.
Yeah, it can be 50-50.
It also can be
Hindsight
50-50, especially if you take it with a grain of sand.
Right, exactly.
And you don't want to kick a gift horse in the mouth.
Do not kick a gift horse in the mouth.
No.
But they were making money hand over
It must have
foot.
been that must have been a Herculean effort by the
Cleanup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that, but also by the mountain, the volcano to cover Herculean.
You know, sometimes I think what happens is you leave so much space between your last part of your sentence that I'm trying to more help you out.
Well, because some people work a little slower.
That's fine.
Joe puts
Brilliance
just puts a
usually
word in
takes
there,
a
and you have
little
to fill it.
time.
Don't hurry. Don't hurry.
What Joe's
Brilliance.
trying to do is he's trying to get down to our level. Get down to my level.
Trying to get you more on a realistic level.
Yeah. What many people don't know is that this eruption triggered a tsunami in which waves crashed ashore 3 times, damaging and destroying many boats along the coastline. So
it was very destructive.
I still don't
on
get
many different geographical areas.
That people had been. Wow, this looks
New
like
Orleans.
this been just yeah.
What's
same
the
thing.
definition of insanity?
Doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result.
But we do that all the time.
Yeah.
With the podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
Giving the reins to Joe.
Expecting a different result.
just kidding, Joe. I wasn't going there.
I didn't take it. I didn't take offense to that.
I certainly wouldn't take it.
No.
1773.
Definitely wouldn't take it.
Yeah.
I thank you and I bless you.
1773, Boston Tea Party incident. Sons of Liberty protesters throw tea shipments into Boston Harbor in protest against British imposed Tea Act. That was in 1773. Cold again. They didn't care about the weather.
No, this is too important.
Yep. Off goes your tea. 1777, Articles of Confederation, the U.S. First Constitution, ratified by First State Virginia. It was in place until the Constitution in 1789. So the Articles of Confederation were the first Constitution.
Oh, cool.
So those were
That's
written.
good. That's good to know.
Yeah, it is
12
important.
years
I
they
think.
lived that way.
Sure did. Yeah. 1903, fast forwarding a long way, the Taj Mahal Palace and Tower Hotel opens. I'll read that all together so it's more concise. In 1903, the Taj Mahal Palace Tower Hotel opens its doors to guests for the first time, labeled the Diamond by the Sea. I didn't realize that it was built. I thought the Taj Mahal was built a long time ago, but apparently.
Hudson, don't look. Where is the Taj Mahal?
I don't know.
Where is the Taj Mahal?
Italy. I'm sorry, India.
India, right?
Mumbai.
But it's by the sea. But it's by the sea.
It's Diamond by the Sea. That's what it is.
Down by the boardwalk.
If I had to guess, it'd be more like Agra. I would guess Agra, India.
I think it's Mumbai.
Well, it says right here. It says Agra.
Mausoleum in Agra, India.
That's the Taj Mahal. Can we
maybe
get some
Agra
pictures
is
of
just-
that, or do we have
Yeah,
time?
they're right
Maybe
here.
That's where
the
I'm
word
talking about
agriculture came
inside
from.
because
okay.
that's got to be just amazing.
Immaculate.
I don't know about immaculate, but it's probably immaculate. But it's probably
That is
very
beautiful.
architecturally
Joe, it says
beautiful.
interior
and-
up there on the one
What
of
year
those
was that
tabs.
built, Drew?
1903.
See up there, interior. There you are.
Wow, they've got a sign in there too that says
Inside Taj Mahal.
Wow.
Just so you know that you're inside.
Yeah, you can probably
Boy,
take
look
like
at that.
a virtual visit or something.
Lots of beautiful
Maybe
architecture and
going back to
painting.
that,
About
maybe
the time
Agra
it
is
took to
just
do
a suburb. Of
Maybe
that.
it is. Yeah, Mumbai.
Yeah,
I don't
good
know. Mumbai province. I don't know.
I mean, like a hidden gem like Mazomania. That's a suburb of Madison.
Yeah, that's true. All right. In 1907, as a gesture of the U.S.'s new presence as a world power, President Theodore Roosevelt sends the Great White Fleet on a round-the-world cruise, visiting ports internationally. Send off a big fleet of ships and everything. Just flexing on the whole world, basically. I think.
Armada.
Look at
Yeah,
that.
look at those folks.
Look at that dog.
Not concerned about pollution there.
I'll be dancing on your face. That's what he was saying.
No, that was an issue back then. Just staying alive and making sure your
Exactly.
country stayed alive
Food
was
or whatever.
the most important thing at that point.
Wow.
There he is right down there in the
Yeah,
left.
there he is.
Teddy.
Sending them off, probably.
Yep.
Theodore.
Wonder how long that took to go around. Another time heading off in December. Seems
Looks like
you'd
it-
want to do that, but
Wasn't 80
whatever.
days, I don't think.
Was not. All right, in 1913, Charlie Chaplin begins his film career at Keystone for $150 a week.
Wow.
He got to be paid a lot later on, though. I mean, ridiculous
I think he was the highest paid there
Yeah,
for quite a
ridiculous
while.
amounts.
Yeah.
When he was in the height of his glory.
That's not him.
That's not Charlie Chaplin. I mean, it might be.
It's Chuck Chaplin, though. Joe Bob
Chuck
decided.
Chaplin.
Joe Bob
You
typed in
you
Chuck
will
Chaplin
get what
thinking-
you
yeah, exactly.
what you search for.
There he is.
He's right there.
There's Charles.
Yeah, that's the one we normally see him, the mustached
That's
one.
not Charles.
That's
Winston. That's old Winnie.
That's
no,
old
that's
Winnie, yeah.
Winnie. Yeah.
And that guy, that guy right there, go back up there. That guy right there, I think
This right
that
here?
picture right there, I
It's
think
a video.
I think the kid, don't quote me on this, we can look this up. I think the kid in that picture is Uncle Fester on the Addams Family television show.
Oh,
I
really?
think that's what it is.
Cool. Interesting.
Pretty sure.
Child actor.
Don't quote me that, but I think it is.
Where's Chuck Chaplin from? Where's he from?
Keystone, is that Pennsylvania?
Yep, right there, Dan.
Jackie Coogan.
Yeah, it is.
Yep, Jackie Coogan was the guy that.
Wow, he had a long career.
Can you go back to Charlie Chaplin? I wonder where was he born? Was
No,
he
that's
born
not what
in
I want
America?
to do.
Yeah, go
Hey,
down.
you just
Okay,
scroll down
okay,
a little
good.
bit.
Died in Switzerland.
He's 5'5".
Yeah, he's tiny.
Professionally born London, United
1977.
Oh,
wow.
he was he
April
born in
16th,
London?
1889.
Well, and
100 years
you never
before
heard
Johnny.
his voice
He died
because
on
he was
Christmas.
always in
Silent films.
silent
Just-
movies.
Yeah.
I don't know if he had a career in speakies.
No.
You know, movies that had voice audio. Well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
1937, Theodore Cole and Ralph Rowe attempt to escape from American federal prison Alcatraz Island in San Francisco Bay. Neither is ever seen again. They were two convicted bank robbers. Took part
Ralph
in
Rowe?
this. Yep, took part in the second documented escape attempt from the Rock, which is Alcatraz, in
Not to
1937.
be confused with the Brock.
True. An investigation concluded the pair had prepared. I'll let that.
We're
settle
breaking
for a
out of the
second.
Brock tonight.
Yeah. An investigation concluded the pair had prepared the escape well in advance, which I don't like. They probably didn't just
Had
talk about it
plenty of
one
time.
night.
Yeah,
Of course,
they had
they.
plenty of
think
time
so.
to think about
I
it.
don't know why you need an investigation to conclude that. They used a hacksaw blade. I'm not sure where they're getting the hacksaw blade. They used a hacksaw blade to weaken the window bars and covered up their damage by using shoe polish and grease. They entered the bay using floats made from tires or fuel canisters. The general conclusion is they perished at sea, even though their bodies were never found. The night of the escape, the fog was so dense and the tide so strong that even an expert swimmer would have been swept out to sea. Even so, this didn't stop the police and the FBI following up on every tip and every possible sighting of the pair. Some believe the convicts had been picked up by an accomplice before they escaped to
Yeah.
South America.
Yep.
Cool.
The Cole Rowe escape shattered Alcatraz's reputation as an escape-proof prison.
Yeah, and there's been documentaries. I've watched one of them in movies on this, which is always intriguing, and I put that on the same level as the Battle of the Bulbs. There's all of these different conspiracy theories and stuff like that. And is Black Earth winning one year and Mazo winning the other? And Alcatraz, are they dead or are they alive? Never found their bodies. They're
Convenient
probably
excuse.
living in Cuba somewhere or something like that, or did until they died.
Yep.
We've got
10
minutes.
Gotcha.
Because that's off.
1950, child star Shirley Temple announces her retirement from films at age 22.
Wow.
So
22.
Shirley
Must have
Temple
made-
Black was her married name.
Really?
Shirley Temple Black.
That's
Yeah.
when she was 22. Wow.
On the good ship, lollipop.
No, she was part of Disney.
yeah, she wanted to be done at 22. Said no more for me. In 1953, the first White House press conference was held. President Eisenhower had 161 reporters.
That early.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not talking early. Like I thought it was would have been in the 1800s or something. But that
Yeah.
was 1953, you said?
1953.
Wow.
1968, musical fantasy film Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, co-written by Roald Dahl.
Wow, really?
You bet. And directed by Ken Hughes.
Roald Dahl. Who's Roald Dahl?
He
wrote
wrote
many-
Charlie and Chuck and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah.
Oh, he did?
Yep,
Okay.
Yep. Starring Dick Van Dyke, who's 97 now.
Yep.
And Sally Ann Howes. Sorry, Sally, I'm not really sure your age. With songs by Sherman and Sherman.
That guy's
Premieres
scary.
at
Yeah, the
the
child catcher.
Odeon Leicester Square Theater in London. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. I was always afraid of that.
Guy, the kidnapper.
The
kid
kidnapper.
guy.
Yeah.
Oh, the dog.
This is Roald Dahl.
Was it
Dad.
kidnapper or was it the dog catcher?
No, he
No,
was
the
the
kid catcher.
kid snatcher. It's probably it was probably filmed in Marco Island because they don't have any kids on that island either.
What
Yep.
else you got there?
I got a few more here.
Okay.
1971, Don McLean's 8-minute version of American Pie is released.
Bathroom song, they called it in radio.
Yep.
If you had to
8
use
minutes.
a bathroom, put on Bye Bye Miss American Pie.
Yep. Throw my Chevy to the levee.
And there's still,
Levee was
they
trash.
still are trying to figure out the lyrics. That's what makes those songs amazing.
There's a conspiracy theory about that.
Yeah.
Yep.
This episode should be just labeled conspiracy theories.
Yep. I got one last one, and then we got national holidays. 1983 in Riverside, California, a judge denies cerebral palsy victim Elizabeth Buaviata.
I'm sure that's not how it's said. But anyway.
Buviato. Oh, that's probably close.
Yeah, that's close.
Request to starve herself to death in a county hospital. Denies that. Says, nope, can't do it. Miss B, I'm going to call her. Miss B's attorney and personal confidant, Richard Scott, who led the high-profile fight to give Miss B the right to refuse treatment, he committed suicide himself 6 years after the decision. Very strange. Miss B indicated that Miss B indicated that she still wanted to die, but after receiving pain control for secondary diagnoses, the process of starvation proved too physically painful to carry out. Although she considers herself a reluctant survivor and living the life she dreaded, she is still alive today.
Wow.
So don't make rash decisions. I think
Now, is it now the quick question? Now, you know how one of the Greek gods is named Dionysus.
Mhm.
Now, is it Diagnoses or is it Diagnosis? When you
diagnosis?
say yeah, when you said diagnoses, that's what you said.
I sure
That
did.
means multiple diagnoses.
Yeah.
Diagnoses.
I just didn't know how it was pronounced.
Pronounced?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I think we found two ways it's not.
Okay.
All right. Well, that was kind of interesting to me because they had a whole thing on it, and she was trying to get the right to starve herself, basically, and they were force feeding her, and
That'd be
she
wild.
She wasn't happy about that.
You will eat this.
But she was basically paralyzed, so I don't think she could. I mean, he just open her mouth like a nutcracker.
It's like on the Grinch when they're putting stuff in the Who's are putting stuff in his mouth, and he's eating, they're force feeding him all their stuff.
Exactly like that, I think. National holidays. We got some good national holidays here. I picked out 3.
Let's do it. We've got less than 6 minutes.
That's just let's shoot for 5 minutes on the clock.
Perfect.
Okay. Well,
So
yeah,
two
I'll tell
minutes
you. I'll
left.
tell you.
2 minutes left.
National Chocolate Covered Anything Day.
Oh,
So
of course.
We got some cookies the other day from friends of ours, and they
Stevenson's?
Podcast
they had chocolate covered Oreos.
That was good.
Oh wow! I
and
didn't
white
have any of
chocolate
those.
covered Oreos.
Oh wow!
Going the extra mile.
It is also National Ugly Sweater Day.
I had my ugly sweater on.
Ugly Christmas
yesterday.
sweater, didn't you?
Perfect. Then
It's
that
not
was
really
the right
ugly.
day.
It's kind of nice.
It's festive. It's also National Underdog Day.
Oh,
So
We're the Underdog Podcast.
We are.
We're not that.
That's
Somebody
not
might
the
actually
name
have
of
that
it,
name,
yeah.
but
yeah,
is that it?
that's all I got.
Well, we were so worried about the time. Why are we worried
no,
about
I
the
just was
time?
letting you know how much time we had left.
Yeah, but it felt like it was kind of an indictment about how much time I was
Well,
given.
I was just saying not to watch that because that's not a good representation of how much time we had left.
And you know what? When you said that, I went like this.
Put your blinders on. Well, I'm glad you did
No,
that.
the thing is we've got 5 minutes here before 4
We got
minutes.
4.5 minutes right
4
now.
minutes before we close up shop.
Yeah.
And so we could sing Feliz Navidad again.
Oh wow!
I already did that too.
I think they've had enough.
Prospero.
I think they've had enough.
I have a feeling after minute 2, people were like, "Huh, this seems a little
2
bit
minutes.
oh,
I'm
they're
not sure
doing
I
the
could
whole
get past
thing.
1.
That's not much of a
It's very
surprise.
possible.
I
We
wonder
have
how was the mix down on that? Do you think?
I feel like
Seriously.
that
I feel
we
bad
hear
for
it.
Mon.
And you could hear it.
Yeah.
The start wasn't good.
I think they could cut if they need to cut out a part. They can cut out mine.
I don't know if can we do that. I don't know if we can do that. I don't know if we have. I don't know we have a multi-track. I don't
Yeah,
know
we
if
do.
we
This is the
recorded
second
in
track.
multi-track.
There's 2 tracks.
Okay, maybe. Yeah,
So you can
maybe
cut
could-
mine right off.
I think they're going to want to hear yours.
There will be
I think
5
they're gonna
tracks,
wanna hear
actually.
No,
yours
I don't
singing.
think they're going to. I think that's going to lead to some public humiliation for me.
What does
We could have
what
had you play the
does
piano.
Feliz Navidad. I've sung that song for 50 years.
I think it's
at
I want to
least.
wish you a Merry Christmas. I
Okay.
think that's what he then
Okay,
says.
maybe. But
Okay, so
then
wait a
what does
second.
Prospero Año
Año Felicidad.
Felicidad. What does that? What does that mean?
Año, I think, is
year,
like a
right?
year.
It's prosper.
Prosperity in the
prosperous
next year.
Yeah,
Okay.
prosperous year.
Okay, but do we know
Prosperous
that for
year
sure?
and greetings. I
I like
think.
to know what we're singing.
Feliz
You don't
Navidad.
have to guess.
Say it.
You're the
No,
one
I
with
didn't want
the-
to do no.
No,
Because
go
when I
ahead and
show
do
it
it.
on this, then
Go ahead and do
you
it.
can see it, and it would give it away.
Well,
I
That's
want.
what we
let's
want
try.
it to be
Let's
given away.
before you do that.
Meaning
Let's,
right there. There you go.
Christmas.
Oh no! Now the internet's slow.
Merry Crisis.
Look it up on
Merry
my thing.
Chrysler.
There it is.
Feliz
Chopper.
Navidad.
Merry Christmas.
mean literally. It
Translates. So Merry Christmas is Feliz Navidad, but what does
Why don't you go to
Merry Christmas.
Why don't you go to
Translation.
Feliz Navidad song lyrics?
Okay.
Just say translation.
Yeah,
Just put
translation.
translation there.
Song translation. Yeah, translation.
There you go.
There you go.
Perfect.
Spanish
I
mom.
want to wish you a Merry Christmas.
What does
Prosperous New Year.
There you go.
I
That's what I said.
I don't know. I'm just guessing.
Merry
what you
Christmas
guys
and a
think.
prosperous New Year? That's
Okay.
Prospero. That's
And
what
a
I was
Happy New Year.
wondering. Yeah.
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Yeah.
I want to wish you.
With
There it
Merry
was right back there, right?
Christmas.
Right there.
Down. Or, no, up. Sorry, up.
I'm sorry. I'm trying. Okay.
Way up there. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas.
That's
Oh, that's not it.
No, that's just the
I knew
second,
you
secondary name for
I
it.
just wanted to see it.
And
All right, we figured it out. We figured it
I
out.
wanted to keep going.
That's it, though.
Oh,
Prosperous
here we go.
New
Perfect,
Year.
perfect.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and happiness. That's what I said.
No.
Oh, that's the American version?
Happy New
the
Year and
English?
happiness.
So let's try that.
No.
What?
No. Go down here. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. Oh.
It's more fun singing the Spanish.
It is.
version.
Absolutely.
I don't think it would work, Dad. I don't think
Merry Christmas.
I've sung it for 50 years.
Merry Christmas.
This is
Merry
about
Christmas.
this is about learning.
Can you
Because-
imagine?
I don't think this was a very difficult song to write.
No.
But this is about learning because what I've done is I've learned how to say the Spanish words and I know what they mean now. Now I can sing along with
And that's
Jose
what we're-
and you
And
guys.
you can
We're
give
all
those
about
words
learning here.
meaning.
Yep, that's what I'm going to do from now on.
All right, we've overstayed our welcome.
In a
This has
minute.
been the 37th episode of the original Father Son Voiceover Podcast. Signing off with the couch potatoes. Joe over
At the
there.
information desk.
Yeah,
Thanks again to Dick and Jameson.
yeah. Thanks for watching,
The
and
mayor.
see you later.